Namaste. Welcome to day 3 of Beginner Progression series. Today we are going to progress from one asana to another, maintaining the correct alignment and see how they are connected to one another. So let's get started. Sit in any comfortable sitting position, maybe Sukhasana, or today you can see if you can sit in Padmasana. Maintain your back straight, roll your shoulders and join your fingers in Chin Mudra. Close your eyes and maintain a gentle smile on your face. Go for a few rounds of deep breaths. And root your attention in the present moment. Try to become aware of your surroundings. And try to become aware of your breathing. Maybe you can count the length of your breaths. Count the length of your inhale and count the length of your exhale. Join your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Today we will start with a prayer. You can repeat after me. Inhale deeply. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly release your hands. Drop your head down, chin to chest. And with few gentle blinks, open your eyes, look straight into your palm. Great. So let's begin. Now cross your legs. From here, take your hands up and see if you can come to standing position without taking support of your hands. Relax. So today we will begin with Surya Namaskara. Now to make it little easier, we will do only half Surya Namaskara today so that you can remember the steps and you can understand the correct alignment of each posture. Always go on top of the mat, maintaining 1 foot distance from the top. Keep your entire body straight, your entire ankle to shoulder in one straight line and weight equally divided throughout the entire feet. Don't lean on your heels or your toes. Just keep back straight, toes active, fingers active. This is your Samastitihi, your attention position. Moving on to the first step, Namaskarasana. Join your palms together. Raise your elbows up, your hand parallel to the floor. Fingers are slightly open, pressing palm against each other. Inhale and exhale here. Step 2, Urdhva Hasta Asana. Now, slightly bend your knee and push your hip forward. This is called as tilting the pelvic floor in, and raise your arms up. If you are very comfortable, gaze and look up to the thumb. This is Urdhva Hastasana. Now, the most common mistakes that we do over here is that your legs go apart, and from here you are lifting hands up like this, elbows are bent, fingers are loose, head is back, and you are making an S shape with your back. This is a very wrong way to do. This is the most common mistake that we make. So how to correct each of them? Let's start. So don't make this S shape. First of all, keeping your feet together, you are not pushing your hips back. Instead, you are tilting the pelvic floor front, pushing the hip forward. Knees are slightly bent, taking hands up from Namaskarasana, directly going up like this. Now, don't drop your head back and tense your neck. This will give you a neck pain. Instead, just slightly gaze up to the thumb. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Now, moving to the next posture, Padahastasana. Keeping your knees bent, turn your palm facing front and slowly start to slide forward. Maintain your back straight. Don't allow the back to round like this. Try to stretch your spine, extend your spine. Almost your upper body is parallel to the floor, and exhaling, we will place the palm down, close to your feet. Remember, your fingers are in line with the toes like this, and you're trying to get the heel of the palm fully down. The most common mistake that we make is that your hands are front, take your legs straight and back is rounding. This is a very wrong way to do the pose. Instead, it's completely okay to bend the knee. Fingers are in line with the toes like this. If possible, heels down, and only if your body allows, keeping the back straight, you can straighten your knees. Then try to touch your head down towards your knees. We will stay here for 3 breaths. This is third posture, Padahastasana. Moving on to Ekapada Prasaranasana. We did that in our last class. Bend your right knee and take your right foot as back as you can and place your right knee down, looking up. Now, while doing Surya Namaskara, the most common mistake that we do is that placing the right foot close to the left foot, making a perpendicular shape. Remember, in Ekapada Prasaranasana, we have to increase the distance, taking your right leg further back, pressing your ankle down on the mat, no pressure on the knee. So, if you press the right ankle more, there will be less pressure on the right knee. And look forward. Another mistake that we do is when the right knee is front, we tend to bend the left knee forward like this. So your left knee, you have to remember, would always be perpendicular and on top of the left heel. Your hand position will not change and your right leg has to go further back. Uncurl your right toes, press your right ankle, look forward. It's completely okay if you're not able to keep the palm down and you want to stay on your fingertips. Keep your right ankle active and go for 3 breaths. This is 4th step, Ekapada Prasaranasana. Now, again, curl your right toes. Using the strength, bring your right leg front again. In the same posture, Padahastasana, you can choose to bend the knees, stretch your spine, fingers in line with your toes and head down. Today we are only doing half Surya Namaskara. Coming back to our third posture. And going to the second posture, Urdhvastasana. Now, the correct way would be to keep the knees bent. First, stretch your arms, keeping the upper body parallel to the floor, biceps in line with the ears, and then slowly coming up. Push the hip forward. If comfortable, gaze up and stay. Again, remember, don't do this mistake. From here, don't just scroll your back up like this and then take your hands up. Don't do this mistake. When you are in Padahastasana, there itself, first stretch your arms, ears and biceps in one straight line. Extend your spine. Feel your back working and then inhale, take your hands up. Push the hip forward. If comfortable, gaze up. Let's stay here 3 breaths. Inhale, coming back up, knees straight. Exhale, moving to last one, joining in Namaskara and then getting your hands down in Tadasana position, attention position. So, these are the only 4 steps we are going to do today from the whole Surya Namaskara. Okay, let's do the same thing on the left side now. Feet together. We will hold each pose for 3 breaths. First asana, Namaskarasana. Arms parallel to the ground, fingers little open. Press your palm against each other. Breathe. Urdhvastasana. Remember, bend your knees and tilt the pelvic floor in. Push your hip forward, making a C shape, taking your hands up. If you are comfortable, gaze up to the thumb. Don't drop your neck back completely. Breathe. Keeping the knees bent back, stretched, completely extended, facing the palm downwards, bringing your upper body parallel to the floor and then slowly sliding the hands down, bringing your fingers in line with your toes. If possible, you're trying to get the heel of the palm down. It's completely okay if you keep the fingers like this. And initially for a few days, you can keep your knees bent. Head down. Only if your body allows, keep the entire palm down. Only if your legs allow, keep your legs straight. Stay. Now inhale, head up. Bend your left knee and try to take your left leg back as much as possible. Remember, not making it perpendicular and keeping your right knee on top of right heel. This is very important. Don't tense your leg like this. Don't keep this left leg dead like this and right knee bent like this and you're tensing the neck up like this. This is the wrong posture. Keep all of them engaged. Right knee should be on top of the right heel. Engage your left ankle so that there is less pressure on the left knee. Neck uplifted, stretching your spine, getting your hips lower. If not comfortable, you can stay on fingertips. Ekapada Prasaranasana, fourth step. These are only 4 steps that we will go today. Exhale, place your palm down, uncurl your left toes and try to bring your left leg front again. Keeping the knees bent. Padahastasana. Now inhale. First take your hands front. Remember this always. Keeping your upper body parallel to floor. Inhale, slowly come up. Push your hip forward. Join your palm. If comfortable, look up. Urdhvastasana, second step. Exhale, joining the palms in Namaste, going down, Samastitihi. Last step, Tadasana, attention position. Now this completes both the side, right side and left side together makes one set of Surya Namaskara. But today we did only half. So let's try to do 2 more sets of Surya Namaskara and we will try to go along with our breathing. Let's give it a try. Feet together. Join your hands in Namaskara. Inhale, exhale. Urdhvastasana, second step. Bend your knee, push your hip forward. Inhale, take your hands up. Inhale here. Exhaling, keeping the knees bent, stretching your spine as forward as you can, keeping the back straight, reaching your fingertips down close to your toes. Exhale, head down. Padahastasana, third step. Take your right leg back, right knee down, press your right ankle. Ekapada Prasaranasana, fourth step. One more time, we will exhale, bring your right leg forward, exhale, head down. Inhale, going up, Urdhvastasana. Join your palm in Namaste, push hip forward. Inhale, exhale, going down to Tadasana. Let's do left side. Ekam, join your palm. Inhale, exhale here. Dve, Urdhvastasana. Trini, exhale, stretching your spine, reaching your hands down. Padahastasana. Inhale, take your left leg back, left knee down, toes down, look forward. Inhale here, Ekapada Prasaranasana. Exhale, moving to third step again, Padahastasana. Inhale, moving to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, attention, Samasthitihi. Let's go one more round, right and left side. Ekam, inhale, exhale, join your palm in Namaste. Bend your knee, push your hip forward. Inhale, take your hands up, look up. Exhale, Trini. Chatwari, right leg back, right knee down, head up. Exhale, come back, Trini. Third step. Inhale, moving to second step, Urdhva. Exhale, Samasthitihi. Ekam, join your palm, Namaskara. Dve, bend your knee, push your hip forward. Inhale, hands up. Trini, exhale, go forward, reaching your fingers close to your toes. Head down. Chatwari, left leg back, left knee down. Press your ankles, look front. Exhale, moving back to Trini. Hands front, going up. Dve. Exhale, joining the palm, bringing hands down and relax. Attention position. Now relax yourself in Shitali Tadasana, that is keeping the legs wider. Roll your shoulders, palm facing front, fingers open. Let's take few deep breaths here. Observe the changes in your body. Observe the changes in your breaths. Feel your heartbeat. Slowly open your eyes. Alright, so this was half Surya Namaskara. Let's move on to our next posture, which we did yesterday, Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Keeping both feet together, hands straight, taking your right hand up. When it comes to shoulder level, turn your palm upwards. Inhale, take your hands up, stretch. Exhale and bend to your left side. Let's stay here 3 breaths first. Now today we will progress and join both the palm in Namaste. Don't interlock your thumb. Keep your thumbs apart. Hands in Namaste. Breathe. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release both your hands. So, you'll be feeling a deeper stretch at the right waist and more compression at your left waist. Let's start the opposite side. Remember, feet are still together. Taking your left hand up, turning the palm upwards. Inhale, stretch your arm. Exhale, start bending to your right side. Right palm sliding down. Neck is relaxed position. Don't put too much weight on the right leg with the right hand. Neck is relaxed, it should move freely. Now, try to join both the palms. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your hands. Proceeding to balancing asanas. Starting with Vrikshasana. Focus at any unmoving point. Bend your right leg. And only if you're comfortable, take your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Now, we will try to bend your right knee close to the chest only if you are comfortable stretching the right leg straight. If you are not comfortable, keep the knee bent. Let's try little stretch forward. Don't take any support. Exhale, right leg down. Let's go to left side. Focus at any unmoving point. Bend your left leg. Only if you're comfortable, take your hands up or else choose to keep hands down. Bring your hands back front. Bend your left knee. You can choose to stay here or you can try to extend your left leg forward wherever you are comfortable. Choose what is comfortable for you at this point of time. Exhale, left leg down and relax. And we will come into all fours position like this. What we did yesterday, Vyagra Shwasa, tiger breathing. Inhale and look up. Exhale and round your back. Inhale up. Exhale 2. Inhale up. Exhale 3. Inhale up. Exhale 4. Inhale up. Exhale 5. Remember how you are using your shoulders while you are rounding your back. Remember how your shoulder is right on top of the wrist like this and relax. Now let's prepare for plank position. Take your hands little further away from your knees. Bring your knees together. We did this half plank posture yesterday. So taking your right leg back, let's hold there for 3 breaths. Look little forward, don't tense your neck. Your fingers are active. The most important part is that your shoulder is on top of the wrist. It is not behind like this. Your shoulder on top of the wrist and your back is not arching. You are not keeping this core dead. You have to engage this. Okay, this is a dead core. This is engaged abdomen. Alright, so let's try. Here, knees together, stretch your right leg, shoulder on top of the wrist, look little forward, abdomen engaged, breathing from chest and clavicular, right leg engaged, breathe. Press from your shoulders. Don't stay on your elbow or your wrist. Use your shoulder to push the floor away from you. And exhale, right knee down. Let's go to left side now. Step your left leg back. Engage your left leg. Engage your shoulders. 2, 3. Exhale. Now we will do the same thing with both the legs. Alright. So step your right leg back. Make sure your shoulder is on top of the wrist. Please don't make this mistake of taking the hands behind your shoulder on top of the wrist. Core engaged and push your left leg also up. Yes, this is little more challenging posture. Let's breathe here. Just 5 breaths. Use your shoulders. Don't allow the back to drop down like this. This is a very wrong way. In fact, it will give you a back pain. So try to lift it up. Don't push hip higher. You're not going towards downward dog. You're staying right in center. Your entire body straight. Dvipada Prasaranasana or plank. Fingers are wide open. Just 2 more breaths. 1. Exhale. Both the knees down together. Relax here for a while. For a breath or two. While you are relaxing, just watch the common mistakes that we do. When we take legs back, this is how we stay. This will give you a back pain. Make sure to lift your hips high. Like this. Let's look at the second mistake that we do. Taking the legs up. Instead of maintaining whole body straight and taking the hip higher, you take the hip high like this, staying in between plank and downward dog. The third mistake that we do, we keep the back straight, your entire body is straight, but your shoulders are not on top of the wrist. So you have to lean forward, making your shoulders on top of the wrist, and don't look behind. Don't look front, don't tense your neck. Just look little forward and breathe. Okay, let's try plank one more time. I know your shoulders are burning by now. Feel your body getting more stronger. Now bring knees together, come into the position. Take your right leg back, engage. Take your left leg back. Just 5 breaths. Smile and breathe. Exhale, both knees down together. Very good. Let's sit back in Vajrasana position. Relax your hands. Relax your wrist. Completely relax. Take your knees wider like this here, and we will go in Adho Mukha Virasana position. It is same like child's pose except here knees are apart. Stretch your arms forward, get your chest down, chin down and relax. If you're not comfortable keeping chin down, you can always choose to keep your forehead down. Few deep breaths of relief here. Complete rest. Slowly lift your head up. Keep your fingers in the same position. Bring your knees little more closer and coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keeping your heels down there. Try and press your heels down as much as you can. Taking your tailbone high. Breathe. Your neck is relaxed position. If you move, it should move freely. Now we will move one more time to Ekapada Prasaranasana from downward facing dog. Try to bring your right foot between your palm and left knee down. Now, in case you are not able to bring the foot in between the palm directly, somewhere your foot is coming over here. So, this is what alternatively you can do. From downward dog, bring both the knees down first and then place your right foot in between. Initially, for few days, you can do this, and then gradually your body gets used to this, and then you will be able to keep the foot directly in between the palm. Taking the left knee back. Uncurl your left toes, look forward. One more time, coming into Ekapada Prasaranasana. Again, remember, if you're not comfortable keeping fingertips of palm down, you can come onto your fingertips. Look forward, breathe. Press your left ankle so that there is less pressure on your left knee. Three breaths here. And from here, now we will progress into Anjaneyasana. Inhale, just lift your hands up. Here, breathe. Feel the stretch at your left thigh. Nice and long breaths, and those of you who are still comfortable, gaze up to the thumbs. Elbows straight. Right foot active. Deep breaths. Exhale, hands front. Curl your left toes. We will move to Ashta Chandrasana. This is going to get even more difficult. Just lift your left knee up and stay here. If you're still comfortable, look up. No force. You can look front also. Exhale. Bring your hands down, knee down, and then from there, choose your variation. You can either bring the knee back to center, or you can directly go into downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. One more time, let's do the same thing on the left side. If you're not able to bring the left foot directly in between palm, drop your knees down, left foot center, right knee further back. Ekapada Prasaranasana, toes are down, breathe. Just 3 breaths. Now moving to Anjaneyasana position from here, keeping your right thigh down. Please don't make this mistake of coming back like this and then doing. This is not Anjaneyasana. You have to try and sink your hips lower down to the mat. Hands up, still comfortable, gaze up. Right foot pressing on the mat. Stay steady on your left leg. Breathe. Keep your elbows straight, fingers active. 2 more breaths. Exhale, look front, curl your right toes, lift your right knee up. Ashta Chandrasana. Stay here, it's more difficult. Breathe. Exhale, knee down, hands down, and step back. Coming into Shashankasana, child's pose. Relax completely. Relax your breaths. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Now slowly come up. From here, stretch your legs forward into Dandasana. Remember Dandasana? Keeping legs straight, feet straight, back straight and hands straight. We will stay in Dandasana for 5 breaths. Here you can choose to lock your throat. Remember, if your back is not straight, you can always choose to bend knee and make it further straight. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, relax. Let's move to next posture, Janu Shirshasana. In Dandasana position, keep your left foot active. Bend your right knee, right foot touching the left thigh like this, and your right knee is not 90 degree. In fact, it is 110 degree like this. So your thigh will become parallel to the mat line and your body will turn to the right side. So here we will twist our body front. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, go forward how much ever you can. If you're here, stay here. If you can go close to your shin bone, to your calf muscles, stay here. You can hold your foot, go close to your foot. Wherever you are, just hold. Head up. Exhale, go forward. Remember, in forward folds, we are going forward always and not downward. So don't do the mistake of going down like this. This is a very wrong way. Your spine will actually hurt. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, it's okay. But if we repeatedly do the same mistake, then your back is rounding, you are hurting your back. Instead, you can come little more closer and stretch. Even in this posture, you are not able to make your back straight, then bend knee and stretch. But make sure your back is straight and you're trying to go forward more and more. Let's hold here. Remember, always we are trying to touch chin and not forehead. With forehead, your upper back is already rounding. So always aim for chin to go forward. Inhale, head up. Exhale there. Inhale, slowly take hands up, stretch your arms. Exhale and release your hands. Release your right leg. Bending your left leg now. Left foot to the right thigh like this. Left knee is 110 degree like this. And then twist your body front. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, go forward. Hold on to wherever you can, wherever you can. Exhale, chin closer. Let's stay here 5 breaths. Remember, your right foot is active, pointing the toes towards you. Flex your foot. Inhale, head up. Exhale. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale and release your hands. Release your left leg straight. Now, what we did was one leg bending and other leg straight. Now, we will bend both the legs. That will become Baddha Konasana. Like this. We did this yesterday. Same posture. But yesterday we did flapping. Today we will try to go forward. Remember, if you have knee pain, always reduce intensity. If you have back pain, stay here and don't go forward. Alright. So in Baddha Konasana, just stretch your spine and take your hands down on the mat. Let's stay here 5 breaths. Look forward. Remember, don't get your head down. Don't be in hurry to touch your head down. Don't round your back like this. Try to stretch your spine. Extend your spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Hands wherever you can place. Now, next step, we will just walk forward with your hands how much ever you can. Only with your fingers like this. Okay, wherever your fingers allow you to take, and then whichever is your last place, place your full hand down, heel of the palm down, looking up. Don't look down, look forward. Breathe. Feel the stretch at the inner thighs. Now wherever you are, even if you're here, some of you may be over here, or you may be somewhere forward like this here. Everything is okay. Wherever you are, just try to bend your elbow. You're still looking up, not like this. Stay up. Breathe. Five breaths and then slowly come back the same way. Support your knees from below. Bring your legs together. Feel the changes. Extend your spine. Support your legs from below and stretch your legs front one more time in Dandasana. Now, today we will go for Paschimottanasana. Let's begin first with Padangushta Dandasana. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, go forward from your hip region. Never do this from your spine. If you are not able to reach forward, bend knee, hold big toe and stretch your spine. But your back is entirely straight. Always remember, there are many asanas where we hold the big toe with the hands. You always have to make a grip with the thumb and two fingers like this, and you are holding the toes like this firmly. This grip will help you to go deep. Now slowly we will try, how much ever possible you can bring your knees down. Here we will start bending our elbow. Use this grip to pull yourself closer like this. Those of you who are comfortable, legs down, go forward, aim to reach to your feet. Neck is relaxed, shoulder is relaxed, your shoulder moving away from the ears, not coming close like this. Shoulders away from ears. Let's stay there for a few breaths. Feet active, feet flexed, toes pointing towards you. It's completely okay if your knees are bent. Please don't force. Your back must be straight. Slowly inhale, come back up. Exhale there. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale and release your hands. Let's move on to our next posture. Marichasana C is what we did yesterday. Let's do the same thing again. Bend your right leg like this. Take your right hand behind. Left foot active. Take your left hand up. Stretch your left arm up. Try and get your left elbow outside the right knee and look back. Breathe. Slowly turn front. Now we will progress from Marichasana C to Ardha Matsyendra Asana. Release your left hand. Take your right foot outside the left knee like this and bend your left knee, left foot close to the right hip. One more time. This may look little confusing. So, you were here in this position. Take your left hand out. Right foot you have to place outside the left knee. Then bend your left leg, left foot close to the right hip. Right knee still pointing up, right foot firmly pressed. It should not be like this. This knee is pointing up, right foot firmly pressed, right hand behind. Inhale, take your hand up. Exhale again, one more time. Try to take your left elbow out like this and press and look back. This is your Ardha Matsyendra Asana. Those of you who are very comfortable can hold this knee. Still comfortable can hold your right foot and look back. But don't stay halfway like this. This will not give you any kind of pressure, any kind of benefit to your body. So here just try and press more with your left arm as much as you can. Your fingers active. Look back. Your palm should face this way so that you are able to press more deeply. Breathe. Feel a good twist at your spine. Each inhale, straighten your back. Exhale and twist deeper. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, turn front. Release your hand. Release both your legs. Coming back to Dandasana. Let's go to Marichasana C on your left side now. Bend your left leg. Take your left hand behind like this. Remember, you don't have to keep hands so much back. Hand closer. Take your right hand up. Stretch your right arm. Right foot still active. Exhale. Bring your right elbow outside the left knee and look back. Press. Remember this hand position. It should not be like this, not be like this. Hand is not relaxed. Hand is not relaxed like this. Hand active. Twist. You have to press more with your right hand to be able to get a deeper twist. Breathe. Inhale, turn front. Exhale, release. We will proceed to Ardha Matsyendra Asana. So, in the same position, place your left foot outside the right knee. Bend your right leg, right foot close to left hip. Left knee pointing up, left foot firmly pressed. Left hand goes back again. Inhale, take your right hand up, stretch. Exhale and give it a good twist. Palm position is this way. With your right hand, you are pushing your left leg. Still, if you're comfortable, you can hold your foot. Look back and breathe nicely. Each inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, give it a good twist. Inhale, turn front. Release your hands very carefully and slowly release your legs. Very good. Extremely good. Now, moving on to supine postures. Cross your legs and then slowly lie down on your abdomen, on your stomach, like this. Let's proceed to Shalabhasana. Yesterday we placed the palm beneath the hip bone. Now we will go for the next variation where we will place the palm close to the chest. You can choose to keep legs apart in beginning for few days. And now we will lift both legs and chest up. Remember, the common mistake that we do is to bend knee and then lift. Don't do that. Make sure you're lifting from your thighs like this. Okay, let's begin. Inhale, lift your legs up, chest up. Toes pointed, knees straight. Let's hold here. Just the posture, not your breath. You can keep your hands down. Feel your back and legs talking to you. Breathe. Smile. Deep breaths. I know it is difficult. Just hold on to it. Exhale and down. Feel the difference at your spine, at your legs. Bend your knees. Try to hold your ankle. We will go for Dhanurasana now. Starting with Dhanurasana breathing. Try to reach out to your ankles. Inhale. Try to lift your legs up. Try to lift your chest up. Let's hold here. Breathe 5 times. Exhale and down and relax. Now we will turn to our back. Very slowly. Don't do any of these movements with jerk or fast. Just slowly relax. Hug your legs in Apanasana. Just allowing yourself to relax here completely. Open your eyes and then we will go for leg raising level 2. So take both your legs up today. If you're very comfortable, then you can stretch your hands back, but it's not compulsory. Initially, if you're not comfortable, then you can keep hands front. Now, let me remind you what we did yesterday. We took one leg up and down like this and we were holding. Now today we will keep one leg up and then do second leg up and down. This is level 2 leg raising. Let's try. Keep your both legs up. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale and up. 1. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 2. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 3. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 4. Exhale, down. Inhale and up. 5. Let's hold here. Breathe. Make sure, try to keep your knees straight, how much ever possible. Legs are 90 degrees, toes active, and if you're very comfortable, hands back. Slowly progressing in our practice. Let's do the same thing on the left side now. Inhale there. Exhale. Take your left leg down. Inhale and up. 1. Exhale down. Inhale. 2. Exhale down. Inhale. 3. Exhale down. Inhale. 4. Exhale down. Inhale. 5. Exhale and hold there. Breathe. Legs active, toes and fingers active, elbows straight. Your entire lower back on the mat. There is no space between your back and your mat. Exhale and slowly engage your legs, engage your core and release your legs. Bend your knees from here. Let's go Setu Bandhasana breathing. We have done this yesterday. Let's do this again. If possible, hold your ankles. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale and down. 1. Inhale, up. Exhale, 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, 4. Inhale, up. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift hips high. Let's stay here 5 breaths. Breathe. Exhale down. Relax completely. Now we'll go for Jatara Parivartanasana. Today we will do a different variation in Jatara Parivartanasana. So bring your knees close to your chest. Take your hands by the side wide open. This much remains same. Now from here, wrap your right leg around your left leg like this. Sometimes how we sit on a chair like this. Inhale and take your knees to your left side now. Try to touch your right knee to your left armpit, head to your right side, and stay. Feel a good stretch at your hips, a twist at your spine. Try to get your right shoulder blade down to the mat. Deep breaths. Slowly come back. The same way, release your leg and let's change side. Wrap your left leg around your right leg like this, how much ever you can. Then you have to try and get your left knee close to your right armpit. Head to the left side. Try to get your left shoulder blade down. Both the shoulders are down on the mat. Looking completely to your over to your left. Breathe nicely. Slowly come back to center. Release your legs. And now from here, turn to one side and come to sitting position. Sit in any comfortable position, and if possible, you can sit in Padmasana. Roll your shoulders, keep your back straight, hands in Chin Mudra. Now, we will go for Soham breathing. So, some of us may not be able to go for deep breaths naturally, then Soham breathing will definitely help you. In this, as we inhale, we have to say a long so, and as you exhale, you have to say hum. But we don't have to speak, we don't even have to move our lips. It is only in your mind that you have to chant a long so and hum with your inhalations and exhalations. Okay, so let's give it a try. In this, naturally, when you say so, the navel rises, and when you say hum, the navel goes in towards the spine, allowing the lowest lobe of the lung to engage properly, and that allows the lungs to breathe fully and deeply. So let's give it a try. Soham breathing, 11 breaths. Chant a long so as you inhale. As you exhale, chant hum mentally. Inhale, feel that so going in through your nostrils to your brain, to your throat, to your navel. It stays there for a moment. And as you exhale, feel the hum going out the same path, coming out from your nostrils. Exhale and slowly relax. Release your hands, release your legs. Maintain your eyes closed, and we will slowly lie down on the mat in Shavasana position. Try to keep your eyes closed. Very slowly, slowly lie down on your mat, on your back in Shavasana. Your legs are apart, arms apart, right foot falling right side, left foot falling left side. Fingers are naturally curled, palm facing upwards. Neck is relaxed. Allow yourself to completely relax here. Feel the stillness in your body, the softness in your breath, and calmness in your mind. Bring your awareness back to your body, back to your breaths. Find yourself lying down on the mat, completely relaxed. Gently move your toes, fingers, ankle, wrist, head. Bring your legs together. Take both your hands above your head and stretch yourself fully. Take your left hand to stomach, bend both your knees and turn to right side. Slowly come to sitting position with your eyes closed. Please do not open your eyes. If possible, you can come in Padmasana. Keep your back straight. Join your hand in Namaskara Mudra. We will go for a prayer. Inhale deeply. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Slowly take your hands behind your back. Inhale, exhale, fold forward with the feeling of surrender and gratitude. Stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, slowly come back up. Bring your hands front. Rub your palm against each other. Cup your eyes. Massage your face with fingertips. With few gentle blinks, open your eyes, look straight into your palm like you are reading a book with a big, big smile. Thank you. Thank you for practicing with us. I'll see you all for the day 4 in the next class. Till then, take care.